Hey guys, what's up? It's Matt with 86, and today, in my large stack of new fun things to try from Redragon, I have the Garen Pro, which is a wired or wireless mechanical keyboard, so let's have a quick peek at it. In the box we get a USB Type-C to USB Type-A for wired or charging, a switch and a cap puller, a handful of extra switches, more on these in a little bit, the keyboard itself, and of course a user manual that aids you with the quick reference of onboard shortcuts should you choose to forego using the UI suite. I know better than to drone on for too long without doing the Thockity-Thock-Test, so let's get that out of the way and listen to that. But first, it does implement EVA foam pad on braced purple switches that I cannot find a name for in the Redragon family. I will say, as they work close with Otemu, it's likely a new variant, and we'll call it bullet purples for now. Anyways, have a listen. They do have that nice solid Thocky sound to me that feels heavy with depression to actuation also. If I could closely compare it to anything to try to give somebody an idea that's used multiple switches before, they're close to the OG brown meets the OG black, with a very satisfying pressure force that's represented acoustically well to my ears. Garen Pro can be wirelessly connected via 2.4 GHz or Bluetooth utilizing Bluetooth 5. I personally have had so many issues in the past, and even still more currently and recently, with Bluetooth keyboards and mice, that I will almost never use the Bluetooth if it's an option to not use Bluetooth on these devices. The connection is just way too finicky for me, but it is an option if that's something you're interested in. On the underside of the keyboard is a cable trace for cable management, rubber pads for stability, and a two-stage riser feet we're seeing a lot more across multiple brands of keyboards. I like this a lot better, kind of lets you find your comfortable height. At this point, you've no doubt noticed that this is a full translucent keyboard. It's an interesting look, and it kind of reminds me of the Womir acrylic keyboard I looked at way back when, though I think I preferred the Womir aesthetic a little bit more than I do this kind of opaque translucency. Kind of reminds me of the Game Boy Advances back in the day a little bit. On the left side of the keyboard are the toggle switches for your wireless modes, or off for your wired mode and charging. On the right side is my absolute favorite thing about this keyboard, a 10 key. A 10 key on a smaller form factor compact keyboard, sort of like the RK96, and for me that's just a win, for so many reasons. I love a 10 key, I want a 10 key, it's a requirement for me personally, and if it is for you also, then good news for we, because here it is. Also an honorable mention and shout out to the fact that there's arrow keys on this keyboard. People that get those keyboards that don't have the arrow keys on them don't realize how much they might actually miss arrow keys until they don't have them. I got some that live in my house and didn't realize how much they loved having arrow keys, and now they don't on their super small 60%ers. But arrow keys are here. The keycaps on the Garen Pro are nice and they are quality, and the quality game continues to rise in this regard. Switches are hot swappable, and the PCB supports both 3 and 5 pin switches of the most common modernized form factor. So older close together pins, such as older Otemus for example, they may not fit, but most every 3 and 5 pin that's more modernized nowadays will fit on this PCB. Most customization features are built into the keyboard for easy on-the-fly customizations. You can swap profiles and set appearances, and you can all do this with ease using function, which is the FN controls, that are going to be listed in that user guide. But if you wish for an easier time setting everything, the UI suite remains very simple and straightforward and opens up a lot more features that you'll have access to. Makes recording macros and assigning keys, as well as vast choices of lighting, super simple to get through. In a nutshell, this pretty much covers the basics of a nice new addition to the Redragon family. Maybe they will make a Super Pro at some point that has USB pass-throughs on the back and a multifunction button, volume wheel knob, or rocker. I'll keep my fingers crossed. You guys and gals have a great day, night, whatever it is, and I'll see you in the next video I do.